Hello, I'm Danny,
And I'm Jake.
and this is Marvel Talk. Welcome back, everybody, to an episode of Marvel Talk here. We got a lot to dive into, man. Of course, DC Fandome happened. It was a 3.5 hour event, and it was great.
Excellent. Oh, man, I'm so excited for DC stuff. I'm so excited. It's really, I feel good being excited about superhero stuff again, man. It's good. It is a good time.
I don't think we're going to cover everything because there was some stuff where I was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling that. Like the Aquaman cartoon, right? They showed that off, and
Oh yeah, well, I don't really care about that.
yeah. I think the only cool thing about it is that they got the actor that played Javelin to be Aquaman for that show.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a pretty neat thing. I'm glad that he's still around somewhere.
So there'll be some stuff like that we just don't want to talk about really. But before we hop into there, Jake, you went to the premiere for Marvel's Eternals.
Yes, it did. Marvel's Eternals. The premiere itself was absolutely fantastic. We got placed in a really good spot to meet tons of celebrities. Got pictures with pretty much everybody from the cast except for Richard Madden and Salma Hayek. I think they were like the only two who really didn't come up close. But I got a picture with the boy Kit Harington, who is playing Dane Whitman in the movie. Yeah, he's playing Dane Whitman in the movie. That's what I'll say.
Yes, yeah.
But I dressed up as the Black Knight, and Kevin Feige was excited to see the costumes, and so was Kit Harington. So it was a great time. Currently, the post that I made with all of the celebrities in it is soaring in likes. It's crazy. So
Nice.
I thank everybody out there who is following me and liked that pictures set so much. Had a great time at the premiere itself. Took pictures with lots of cosplayers. There's a generally pretty good vibe about it, and the movie was a movie. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I wasn't leading up to it. And we will talk more about that in a future episode because I really don't want to spoil anything for anybody because I do think there's some stuff about the movie that's kind of interesting, and if you go into it blind, it could be more fun to watch, maybe, potentially. I thought the movie was all right. That's what I'll say. I thought it was okay.
All right, yeah, because I just saw earlier, I shared it in our chat, that it's the lowest rated MCU movie right now.
Yeah, it's actually lower than Thor: The Dark World, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I do think Thor: The Dark World is a more fun movie than this. But they share some very similar problems, both movies, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, some of the things between the two movies are kind of interestingly similar, which makes me wonder if this movie had weird editing happen to it or something. I don't know. They did what they could. But the premiere itself was awesome. Really good energy from the whole cast. It was really neat. And like all of Angelina Jolie's kids like popped up and I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. So it was just a really fun time. It was a good event, I would say. I'm excited for the next one. But there was a news report that some of the stars of the film may have contracted COVID at the premiere from somebody. They haven't said who, and they haven't confirmed it, but it sounds like all their future events are going to become virtual, which makes me worried about the Spider-Man No Way Home premiere becoming an all virtual thing rather than an in-person deal.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with that, I guess. That would be a bummer to not be able to go see the boys in person. So I don't know. We'll see what goes down.
Nice, cool. Well, at least the event was a good time, right?
Yeah, the event was great. I felt really well treated. We got these cool little like extra tickets that are like on nice silver cardstock. Like it was pretty cool. Yeah, it felt real swanky. And we got to sit in the Dolby Theater, which is a cool space, but I don't think it's designed to play movies in, which is weird because it's Dolby. But the sound was terrible. I think that was
Oh,
probably the thing that detracted the most for me from the movie is that during most scenes, I could barely understand what the characters were saying because they were mumbling and the music was too loud. And I don't know if that's just my old person ears, like like adjusting to different sound levels or something. I don't know, but I had the worst time hearing what people were saying in the movie. It was a pretty big bummer. And I was like, man, if I was Chloe Zhao, I'd be pretty pissed. But apparently other people had a great time. So maybe it was just where we sat. I don't know.
yeah, that could be a thing too. When we saw Venom over here in the theater, one of my friends said, it's like, yeah, it was kind of hard to hear what Venom was saying because, they do put that filter on Tom Hardy's voice. I was
oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it could have been like the theater situation too.
I don't know if the sound just wasn't balanced in that theater. I have no idea. But I will say that was one of my big critiques of the whole thing was that the movie was just really hard to hear what people were saying. I thought it was a big bummer that that happened at the premiere. Um, in any capacity, but it doesn't sound like anybody else had that issue except for just the people I was sitting with. Like we all were like looking at each other multiple times like, did you catch what he said? I totally missed it. So I don't remember half the names of the characters because I didn't hear them that clearly.
Right.
So that sucks.
Well, also because there's so many other characters in there, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot. I think there's too many. But you know what? I'm going to get more into that during a future episode where we actually talk about the spoilers of the film. Um,
Right. Yeah. So the
so yeah,
movie again is November 4th.
yes, November 4th.
Yeah. So I'll probably see it that day, and then we could try to get out as soon as possible for you guys.
Yeah, and I will say I am a very picky Marvel fan. So I think a lot of other people will probably enjoy this movie. I think you should just go see it. If it looks at all interesting, go check it out if you want to. Um, to me, it was okay. That's all I'm going to say for now. But I think if you guys want to, you should go check it out. Because it is a very different movie from Marvel, like visually, and I think that's pretty cool. You can definitely tell they let the director kind of go wild in this one in like a big way. And I really like that. That is one of the things I'll give this movie is you can tell there's a vision behind it, which is really cool. So if you think that's neat, go watch it. You might get a good kick out of it if you just kind of turn your brain off for a couple hours and just enjoy some really cool looking movie stuff. I don't know.
Well, all right, man. I don't think there was really that much news, right?
Oh, there's the EW article. Are we going to talk about EW spoiling huge parts of Spider-Man No Way Home? Because holy crap, that was amazing. EW was just like, hey, we don't care anymore. Sandman's in the movie. Um, what was it? Oh, Lizard's in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Electro's in the movie. Like they just confirmed like all three. They're like, yeah, they're all going to be in it. And it was like, awesome, cool. All right, and then they showed a really cool picture of Doc Ock with Tom Holland captured in his tentacles, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the freeway shot in the trailer, right?
Yeah, yeah. So obviously Spider-Man gets captured, and I'm wondering who's going to come and save him. Could it be another Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's crazy that they just name dropped
Yeah,
like
I can't
hard
believe it.
confirmations. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, no, and all the actors are back too. I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool, sweet. It really makes me think that Paul Giamatti is going to be back as the Rhino in some capacity. I'm like, it's got to happen, right? I got to have my Russian Rhino, man.
Yeah, he'd be fun to throw in there just because. To me, again, it just things like, do they even care about any of this stuff? Like, I guess because they know people are going to go see it. Like, it's not going to hurt.
And I will say, all the people online who are going crazy about, oh, EW slapped it to Disney. You're falling into the trap. Disney leaked this. This was Disney's. Disney did this on purpose. This is what they've done throughout the entire run of this whole movie. There's been so many careful leaks of things. They don't even need to put out another trailer. Like, that's kind of the brilliance of this one, I feel like, is that it's very exposing to the whole, like, leaked content form of advertisement that I think a lot more companies are doing, and just kind of keeping hush hush. And they're like, "Oh yeah, no, somebody got in trouble," and I'm like, "No, I don't think they did." But maybe that's my conspiracy theory. I don't know. Um, it just seems like that's the way that it's working. Because there's no way Disney wouldn't have seen that article and would have let that out if they hadn't approved it. Like, there's no way. Like, Disney doesn't work like that. Like, that's not, yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah, that's not a simple proofread mistake, right? Because it's just like, oh, we're adding names of characters and actors that haven't been officially announced
Announced.
before.
Yeah, in any way. Yeah, it's to think that this is an actual leak and not an official thing is hogwash, in my opinion. So all you people out there that think EW's sticking it to Disney, they're not. But that's cool that you think that.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, literally, we're just at the point where I'd rather just wait now.
Yeah, I just need to see the movie. Just show me the movie. Just release it early. I'm sure the special effects are done. It's fine. Just release it like in a week. That would be the biggest thing. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Release it on the day Eternals was supposed to come out.
Actually, there was news for the MCU stuff that I forgot. They delayed a bunch of movies after the DC Fandome event happened.
Probably has nothing to do with the other thing, right? Like one it's just a coincidence. Like one can't have anything to do with the other.
I didn't look at the cross reference to see what the dates were. I'm just saying it was after a big event that was very hyped. We got a bunch of teasers and stuff and dates for some things, so perhaps.
Maybe. But yeah, they moved all their dates back for their Marvel movies. I think they're starting now in May. Like Doctor Strange 2 comes out in May, right?
Yeah. Doctor Strange in May, Thor's in July, Black Panther's in November, The Marvels is now in February, and then Ant-Man 3 is in July of 2023.
Holy moly. That's a really long way to see Kang, man. Wow.
Speaking of Ant-Man 3, did they announce somebody was potentially in the movie?
Yeah, it's the good old he confirmed it too, that he's going to be playing a character. It's good old Bill Murray.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing Ghostbusters this year, and then he's got a Marvel movie in 2023. Good for him, man.
He just wants to hang out with Paul Rudd. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. And probably Michael Douglas in a sense,
Oh, that too.
He's like these guys seem like fun guys. I wonder what he's gonna play. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a fun role for him, right?
What if? Okay, hear me out. What if he's an alternate universe version of Kang?
No. Yeah, that'd be something, huh?
He's like, no, I'm the Conqueror. That would be great. I could see him being related to like the Collector and the Grandmaster in some capacity. Like he's a being among that level of stuff. I don't know who else is in that caliber in the Marvel comics, but it could be somebody from like Bill Murray feels like that kind of a role, the kind of an aloof weirdo that's a bigger person in the universe.
Yeah, he could totally do that. It'd be cool to see if he wants to stick around. I'm sure I would be willing to bet it's just a cameo.
Yeah, probably something pretty small. I can't imagine it being anything too large, especially this late in the game on the movie. He can't be anything too big.
Right.
Yeah.
The only other news for Marvel that I see is that we just got some posters for some stuff coming out, like Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, and they're posting more posters for What If. And I was like, the only thing I could say about that is like they should have put those out earlier, I would think, because there's the one where they're all lined up like the Guardians.
Yeah, that would have been cooler to put out like right around the last episode dropping.
Yeah,
like that would have been cool.
Now I'm sure maybe because it says Guardians of the Multiverse on it, they don't want to kind of have that out there, I guess, before the episode.
Oh, that could be.
But other than that, that's pretty much it for Marvel stuff.
Oh, I guess the Miss Marvel poster shows how her powers are sort of Green Lantern-ish. Like it's like blue crystal stuff on her hand or whatever.
Man?
I don't know. We can't make her hands inflate. That would be too weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I want to get it. I want to understand. But I'm like, you just put out a whole video game where she does her powers the other way. Where she actually like gets big, you know?
Yeah,
So I don't know. This looks weird. I
I
think the
guess
costume looks fine.
the costume, yeah, it looks fine. Maybe the powers
Hmm.
have to be like that, so that way when they're in the Marvels, everything kind of looks like they belong there in that movie. Maybe.
No, like it's all energy based or whatever.
Yeah, because remember the other, I don't even remember her name, the one that was in WandaVision. She's
Um, uh,
supposedly going to be in there.
Rambo.
Yeah, so. But let's go ahead and swing on to some DC.
Heck yeah.
We actually do have some news outside of the fandom. Figure we could cover that first before we dive into the big event.
Yeah, let's do it. I also have some, I got some Superman and Lois updates. I've
Oh
been watching
yeah,
more of the show.
that's right. It's all on HBO Max now, right?
Oh yeah, and I've been loving it, dude. I just finished episode 10 and holy moly. It's like the perfect Superman show, man. It's so good. Superman is such a perfect dad. He's, it's great. There's so many good moments. You got to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. When you said it was on HBO, I was like, oh, it's time to dive into this now.
Yep. And there's a
Yeah.
great twist with the guy in the armor from the first couple episodes. Uh, it's really good. It's a really good twist. Don't look up anything about it. I don't know if you've seen stuff about the show and spoilery meme
No, not
things, but
really. I haven't seen
okay,
much
good. Yes,
except
don't look it up because it's a great twist.
the only
It's really good.
spoilers I actually got were probably in the fandom because they had the actress playing Lois and one of the boys on there, and they said something. I was like, oh, that's probably a spoiler for the show.
Oh, what was it?
I don't even remember. So I think,
Oh, well, there you go. Then don't worry about it.
yeah, so I think I'm good for spoilers for now.
Cool, cool. Then you're all set. You're gonna be fine. But yeah, just needless to say, episode 10, it's great. I love the whole mystery that they've set up throughout the whole season. All the characters are really compelling. I love how dynamic the family unit is of Clark Kent and his sons and Lois, and they all have their own things going on. And it's really well written. And it's a lot better than anything else CW has on the channel currently. It's like crazy how much better this is than like The Flash or Supergirl or Batwoman or like anything. Like it's nuts. I love it. It's great. And there are parts that are really corny and some parts have maybe a little too much dialogue. But you know what? I think that at the end of the day it's all very it's coming from a very positive place and from people who really love Superman.
Nice.
So it's really good.
Yeah, quality is something I want to hear from a CW
Hmm.
show because we don't really get a lot of that these
And
days.
holy moly, every time Superman does something cool, they just show it. Like there's no like showing it in quick cuts or anything. Like nah, they give you the full like there's a scene in like episode 7 or 8 where he saves a train and it's wonderful like the way that he like they swoop around him with the camera and yeah it's CGI and you can tell it's CGI because it's still sort of television budget but it looks great and it's like it's something Superman would be doing and it's awesome and like the way that you can see the whole set piece like shown and it's pretty well directed I gotta say um, even for a big CGI thing. But I love it. I'm like, Superman's just like being Superman in the show, and that's all we wanted, and it's awesome. Who would have thunk
Nice.
that a TV show would get it right? But
On CW as well.
yeah, it's crazy. It's got to be the HBO Max like buy-in budget, right? Because I think that's part of it. Like it's made by both, right?
I can imagine that. I mean, just based off
Yeah,
the a pilot episode, it's so high budget.
highest points of the show are probably in some of those episodes, but I hear there's going to be some more good flashback scenes coming up soon in these last 5.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
really excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on, man. But yeah, while we're talking CW, we do get some news for the shows on there. We got set photos for the Armageddon crossover. We see our boy Grant Gustin rocking the Flash suit, and he is talking to Despero in the scene. And Despero's in his human form, which I thought, of course, he's going to have that because it's a CW show, and they kind of want to save their budget
Mm,
for big stuff at the end, I can imagine.
mm.
Yeah, like I don't know if you know this over on Supergirl, right? They have John Jones.
Yeah, I they have Martian Manhunter over there. Yeah, and he's normally a dude.
Yeah, and every now and then he would turn into his Martian form with the armor he wears, right? Or with the suit he
Yeah.
wears. But now it's just him in his human form wearing the suit. It was
Oh,
it was after
that's
the
weird.
last, what was it, the last event? Yeah, I guess Crisis, where he switched it, and I think Carr made a comment, it's like new look, and he's like new universe, new look. It's like, oh, you just want to save money. That's just really what it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's weird.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty weird.
an odd choice.
Yeah, so they're filming it right now, which makes sense because I
Okay.
think it's supposed to be in January when the event happens or something. Whenever the premiere is for Flash.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be decent at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a shame to hear that Despero's just gonna be a dude. I want giant pink finhead man. Come on.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be that for like a minute. Like there'll probably be a scene where like he like some weird thing malfunctions on his belt or his watch or something, and then he'll just like shift into that or whatever.
Hmm.
And it'll be like, but this is my true form, blah 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 blah.
We actually got some updates about the production of Batwoman season one.
Oh yeah, this stuff is pretty rough.
You shared the one in our group about Ruby Rose explaining what happened on set.
Yeah. Uh CW apparently doesn't take safety very highly. A lot of people getting hurt, apparently.
Yeah, because she broke her back during filming of season one. I remember when that hit the news. But apparently, like, yeah, some other stuff going on in there. And that's the main reason why she quit, as she says, which is, that's pretty crazy, especially with what happened with that other movie that's filming right now, too. The lack of care for the crew.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, Rust had a sad thing this week.
Hmm.
I don't really want to talk about it too much. Just really sad.
Yeah, could have totally been preventable.
Yep. I hope I have well wishes to all the families involved.
Hmm.
Both sides. It's a terrible thing that happened. And I don't think it's anybody's one fault in particular. It's probably just, a lack of good people on set and bad conditions. Lots of elements into that, and that's all I'm gonna say. That sucks.
Yeah. And then I heard that the rest of the crew was also talking about season one production and that they weren't big fans of Ruby Rose on set. They didn't like her attitude and a bunch of other stuff that she was saying, and they didn't really want to continue working with her as well on the show.
Ah,
Yeah, interesting stuff.
the background stuff of things sucks, but Ruby Rose was in the hospital and she has medical reports about what happened, so
Hmm.
she's got the papers. She's got the receipts, as they say. I mean, she couldn't continue the show because she got injured. I'm pretty on her side about that.
Yeah, yeah, crazy man, crazy to hear.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
James Wan talked about the Trench a little bit, right?
Ah,
That was the spin-off movie for Aquaman that ended up getting canned.
I'm
And
pretty bummed about this one, man. This man should have just led with this. I don't know why they kept it a secret.
I mean, I can imagine like it would have been cool to see this in the trailer reveal for this
Yeah,
movie.
like
That would have been pretty good.
have it reveal at the midway point of the trailer that Black Manta is the protagonist or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, whoa, we're getting a Black Manta movie. What? That's cool. Or maybe it's him trying to like get to like the hidden realm or something. I don't know. Like that's why it's a trench movie and it's like a horror film. Could be him like in a submarine like fighting off trench monsters and stuff. I could see a lot of cool things happening with that.
Yeah, that would
And
have been really cool, man.
yeah, and man, that's a bummer that it's not happening because, oh man, that would have been so good. Ah,
Yeah, it could have been a nice setup too for Aquaman 2 as well.
mm-hmm. Oh my God, can you imagine? You have Ray Park in there too because he'd be the scientist helping out Black Manta.
Hmm.
Um,
Exactly.
dude, you have it like a buddy horror movie with both of them in it. Ooh, that would have been so good. I would have loved that movie.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can still get something close to that after
Yeah.
Aquaman 2, right?
Hey, that would be kind of neat. Maybe we get a little in between cool after Aquaman 2. Man, it's such a bummer. Aquaman 2 still has Amber Heard in it. I want Aquaman 2 to do well so we can get that Trench movie because
But
that
because
Trench
she's
movie
gonna
sounds
be in
awesome.
it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's double-edged sword. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Yeah, that box office is going to be interesting on opening weekend.
I'm curious how that movie's gonna do. Hopefully,
Yeah,
she's barely in the movie. I mean, that could happen. Maybe she's
yeah.
just not in it. That would be pretty cool.
I mean, when they
Like,
talked about Aquaman at the Fandome, she wasn't there. We didn't see any shots of her there.
I thought there
So,
was one shot of her in the behind the scenes, like in like a
oh,
CGI
maybe.
room, like she's in like a CGI
Oh, okay.
rig, like doing some
Yeah.
water blasty things. I'd imagine.
We got an update on Michael B. Jordan's Superman movie.
Yes, I'm very relieved.
Yes, he's portraying Zal
It's
Zod.
yes, good. Yes, good.
Yes.
They didn't need to change Clark Kent. This
Hmm.
is perfect. And also, it means that Michael B. Jordan Superman could maybe meet Henry Cavill Superman one day, and that would be pretty cool.
To my big surprise, it's an HBO Max movie. I didn't think they were going to do that. I figured it would hit the theaters.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if they were going to have it in theaters. Now I'm curious what it'll be connected to. I'm wondering if all of these HBO Max movies are going to be like their own universe or something. Like,
Yeah, I could see that.
because what we got Batgirl, we got Blue Beetle, Static Shock, and Superman.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool little Justice League they're building up over there on
Hmm.
the HBO Max verse.
Yeah, kind of like an
So,
Earth 2 kind of thing.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, you mentioned Batgirl. We got new casting for that movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
None other than our boy Brendan Fraser is coming in.
Yeah, he's gonna be Firefly, man. That's such a perfect Brendan Fraser role. Like he's gonna that's like that's perfect. I'm so excited. He's gonna kill it. Um I hope they give him like a weird burned up face on one side because that would be really cool. Like they make him look like the new 52 version of Firefly. That would be pretty neat. That's gonna make the movie pretty visually interesting too. I'm curious how they're gonna handle the fire effects and stuff.
Right.
Like if they'll go for more of a CGI kind of look or if it'll be a bit more practical. I don't know. That'll be kind of neat. Um, so I'm pretty excited. It looks pretty cool.
That's cool. We're gonna see the boy Brendan Fraser. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. And he's gonna be yeah, we're gonna see him. See him. It won't be like Robot Man and Doom Patrol, where it's mostly
Right. It's just his
the
voice.
stunt double in the suit. But you do see Brendan Fraser in that show. It's just in flashback scenes
Oh, okay.
and stuff. Yeah. So he does do some actual like on-set acting, but
Nice. Oh,
for
okay.
the most part, it's a voiceover. But yeah, Brendan Fraser, man, he's coming back. He's coming back.
I'm
Makes me
all here
happy.
for it, man.
Oh yeah, the renaissance of Fraser is here, and I'm ready.
All right, I think that wraps up all the news that came out prior or outside of the DC Fandom event. So I think it's time to finally hop in.
Fandome, fandom. Oh, it was so awesome. Just news thing after news thing. You know what? I'm gonna say this up front. DC is doing a better job at marketing their stuff than Marvel right now. I'm
Yes.
just throwing it out there. And here's my reasoning as to why. DC has footage of their stuff. They're showing things. They're showing stuff. Marvel puts up title cards and release dates, and we get like no footage.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're
Like,
showing behind the scenes stuff. That's
oh my
crazy.
gosh, the fact that like leading up to Fandom, we were told over and over again that there wasn't going to be a Flash trailer. There isn't going to be anything to show you from the Flash. We don't have anything yet, and yet they surprised everybody and they dropped a full teaser trailer for the film. Like, amazing. Like, oh my god. That would be like getting told at like a Marvel event, oh, we don't have any footage from Doctor Strange 2. There's no footage. We don't have any yet. We haven't processed any of it. And then all of a sudden, at the very end, they're like, oh wait, we actually do have something to surprise you. And then everyone would lose their minds. But that's also thinking that Marvel would actually show footage from anything else.
Right.
It's crazy. The way that Marvel has changed its marketing strategy is kind of bananas to me, because I remember when they used to be trailers everywhere, like especially with Comic-Con and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
holy moly, like trailers used to be all over the place, and now they're like nowhere for Marvel stuff, and it's really weird. So I don't know. Like I feel like we should have gotten trailers for everything they had a title card for. You know?
Yeah, I kept thinking multiple times going through the stream, thinking, why isn't Marvel doing this?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's such a good marketing strategy because everybody was talking about DC, everyone, and nobody was talking about the Eternals.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nuts, and the Eternals had to stoop so low. And this isn't a spoiler because it's in commercials now. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
They had to
yes.
stoop so low as to put a freaking joke about Superman in their movie. I couldn't. I was like, was this in like the final edit, or did you change it right before the movie premiere just because DC Fandome happened? And
Exactly. Yeah.
I couldn't deal. It's so stupid. That's my hot take on the Superman joke. I didn't like it. And if you did like it, well, good
Then
for
you like the
you.
movie, right?
Then you like the movie, probably. You're probably a fan. It's cool, great. Have fun with that. I don't like it.
hmm
And you know, Chloe said that was supposed to be a joke in reference to the fact that she loves Superman. And I'm like, okay,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go work on Superman then. Don't work on this. Like, whatever. Anyway. Like, her directing a Superman movie would be tight. I'm just going to throw it out there right now.
Oh, okay.
Because DC, in its current state, would let her just do a movie. And it would be awesome. Because I think she has pretty good grasp of character depth. It's just Marvel didn't let her make them very deep. There's good, like I said, Eternals has good stuff in it. It's got possibilities, is what I feel like. And I feel like they're squandered quite a bit. But I like the ideas that it presents, I guess.
Mhm.
But I just don't think they're executed very well. Anyway, back to the DC things. Fandome, everything Fandome. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
And their marketing is so much better than Marvel's. It's kind of astounding. I think DC is going to come back hard next year.
Yes.
And Marvel moving dates doesn't have anything to do with any of this. They can't have, no,
Yeah, I
they
don't think
can't,
so.
right?
Yeah.
There's no reason why. I wouldn't be afraid to compete against the Batman. Are you joking? That's crazy.
I will say the opening for the Fandom was great. The way they picked everything that's out there, movies, TV shows, the video games. They just all spliced into this big cinematic thing to open the
That's
Fandom.
awesome.
Was really good.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah, honestly, strong start after strong start with the Fandom.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the first thing we get is freaking Black Adam.
Ooh, Black Adam was so tight, dude. Oh, they nailed it. It's so, you know how like you heard about like a treat like in some far off state like across the country, and like a friend came back to school and told you about it like years ago, and you're like, okay, one of these days I'm gonna taste that. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna have it finally. And you get there and it's just as good as your friend described. That's how this feels, because holy moly, Black Adam has been in production for so long, and The Rock is so perfect. It's oh, chilling. It's such a great trailer. I hope this movie's rated R.
Man, yeah, it feels like it could be, or like
Oh
it'll
my
just be on
god.
the line of PG-13 and R.
The way he just like grabs that dude and just crushes and electrocutes him, and oh my god, it's so scary. And then he floats up in the air and I'm like, ooh, he's spooky. Um Pretty good stuff, man. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah,
That
and then we got a
got
look.
me.
We got
Oh yeah,
some
there was that
looks at all
behind
the
the scenes
suits.
segment, right?
Well, there's the lead up to the actual teaser, and
Okay.
it's all the actors talking about the film and just really hyping it up. And then they reveal what characters they're going to play, and we get a shot of like the chest pieces that's going to be on their suits. So like with
Cool.
Hawkman, Cyclone, Atom Smasher, and then we get to see Pierce Brosnan holding the Doctor Fate helmet, and
Oh
it
man.
looks nice.
Dude, I'm so excited. This is gonna be a really good DC movie.
Yes,
I can't like. I think the fight scenes are gonna be wicked. I'm super excited.
and the teaser confirms present day for most of the
Mm-hmm.
film, right? As we see these soldiers awaken Black Adam.
Yeah, which Makes sense. Somebody would. It's like a mummy movie.
Hmm.
Weird.
Yeah, I
um,
just love everything about it. The cinematography, the lighting. It feels
yeah.
great.
Oh, if the style of the rest of the movie looks like this, we're gonna be in for a treat, man. It's gonna be a good time. I'm really excited. I Gosh, I'm stoked.
Heck yeah, man. And then, I actually forgot they changed the date too. So it's going to be coming out July 29th, 2022. Yeah, and then they talked to Grant Gustin a little bit just about the Flash of what's coming out. And the only thing I really want to say about it is it's cool. He's finally getting the golden boots in the show.
That's yeah. That the new costume looks pretty good. I don't really have a problem with it.
No.
I think overall, I haven't really had too many problems with the costumes on the show. I think they nail it pretty good.
Yeah, I think my favorite suit is still probably season 4 Flash. Yeah, just because like the new material now, it just looks like just like fabric kind of thing. I mean, I guess that makes sense for the Flash, right? It's
Yeah.
supposed to have that sleek look, aerodynamic, and all that. But there's just
What's
something
the
about
newest
the
season?
season 4 suit because it's like that was like the upgrade of what he's been wearing the whole time, and that's when they started actually adding like the lightning bolts on there, like more apparent.
Yeah. Yeah, the season 4 suit was always a really good one. I like that one a lot. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, that one's probably the nicest blended one,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And also because like some of the texture on the newer suit, it just looks too weird.
Yeah. What's the newest season?
Eight. Well, let's go talk more Aquaman 2. We got a bunch of stuff in there with just production, right? A lot of behind the scenes stuff. We get to see some of the sets for the film. Concept art looks great.
Yeah, I'm digging a lot of the Aquaman 2 stuff so far. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all looking pretty good. I love that the scope feels even bigger than the first movie. I think that's like a really cool bit of it, is that the scope just feels like it's bigger and it's grander. And I'm like, yes, that's all I wanted from a second one of these, because I love that about the first movie. It
Mm-hmm.
almost has like, I said this the first time I watched it. It's got a very Lord of the Rings like style to it. Um,
Yeah.
in terms of like the lore and the world building of like Atlantis and the legends around it. It's really interesting to see all the intricacies of like their culture and everything too. Like the big fight that happens between him and like Aquaman and Prince Orm, um, like all that stuff. Like all the ancient ways that they do the ritual stuff there is
Mm-hmm.
really cool. I don't know. I really like the first Aquaman because it's really detailed. I don't think everything's great about it. Like there's definitely like the Pitbull version of Africa is weird. They should have just played the
Oh,
regular version
yeah.
of the song. That's the weirdest part of the movie. That honestly, and then the
That's
part where she
right.
eats a rose, and I'm like, What is this? I guess it's
It's
a love
because she's
story.
not human, right? Like,
Oh yeah, but she studies the human world. That's like her number one deal is that she studies it, but she doesn't know about roses. I guess.
funny, funny joke.
A funny joke.
Yeah.
This character building moment. Maybe she just wanted to do it to see if he would do it. That's a funny joke. That's a good prank.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
maybe if I eat the rose and pretend that I don't understand, maybe I'll get him to do it too. I don't know. It's weird. But Aquaman 2 looks great. I'm loving all of the special effects they're showing off. All the concept art looks great. The fight choreography is looking good.
Yeah. When we get our first official look at the new Black Manta suit.
Yes, it looks awesome. I love it. Black Manta looks great. He looks just like the comic book.
Yes.
This whole turn of like just really comic book eyes out all the suits. I'm like, yeah,
It's great. Especially from the last movie, it looked so plasticky, right?
yeah, a little bit, yeah. But I didn't mind it. I thought the first movie suit was cool.
Yeah, I
It
think it's
just
still
looked like a
good.
power. It just looked like a Power Ranger. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I'm way into it. Oh yeah, Mara's there for like a hot second in the preview
Yeah,
thing.
I saw some shots
Um,
of Amber Heard in there.
yeah, but I love all these like weird submersible things and like the concept art of all these worlds they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
end up in is really cool. I don't know. It looks great. Um,
Yeah, and it looks like we're getting the like super old school Black Manta ship that he uses. That's like the shape of a hammerhead.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then I
Um,
think it was in here. We saw some of the interior of it, and it just looks like such an old school comic book layout. Right, it's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This looks great.
Oh man, they had the concept art of Aquaman riding a seahorse.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. I'm so excited. I kind of get a sense that him and Prince Orm are gonna have to work together in this one. There's just some shots in this preview thing that I'm like, does he like bust him out of jail and they pull Thor and Loki kind of thing?
Yeah, like maybe he needs him because he'll probably know where to go, kind of thing.
Yeah, like we need both Sons of Atlantis to complete this thing or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because there's a shot of Patrick Wilson on set when he is wearing a black suit.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know. That could be a part that happens.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a prediction. I don't know. But I'd be pretty into it. I'd be pretty down. Yeah, I thought they were pretty compelling as a pair. So I'm pretty excited to see them come back and have some more scenes. Wow, that Aquaman cartoon really does show up right there, doesn't it? For like a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, they talk about it for a while.
Yeah, they even show a clip from episode 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The next thing was the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched the trailer yet.
The guy that plays Javelin in the Suicide Squad movie, he was talking about it, and he confirms that he's in the game as Javelin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Tight.
So we're getting more than just the 4 main people from Suicide Squad.
Looking at the trailer right now. More live reactions of things that Jake didn't watch. I don't like King Shark. Wow, he looks weird. He just looks like a guy. Yeah, that's not very interesting. Is it Bloodsport?
That's Deadshot.
Oh, it's Deadshot. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have fooled me. I honestly... This looks fun. I don't know. But there's no gameplay.
Yeah, no, we still have sometime. I think it's next year, late next year, we're going to get it.
Okay, so there's still some time.
Yeah, so we do get the shots of all the Justice League members we're probably going to see. So we got Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lanterns in there.
I have a theory, because that's definitely Batman picking up a gun, which doesn't make sense, right?
Well, they're being possessed, right? That's the big thing.
Oh, see, my theory is that they're the Justice Syndicate. But oh yeah, I guess there's possession in his eye. Oh, it's Brainiac.
Yeah, Brainiac. Yeah.
Because the Flash in this looks like Jesse Quick, Johnny Quick.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's a Justice Syndicate look to his outfit. Or, sorry, Crime Syndicate. That's the name of their group. And then you get he's not called Green Lantern. He's called the Emerald
what, Knight? No.
Emerald Knight, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Flash's look in here.
Yeah, it's a good outfit.
Yeah. Wonder Woman's is fine too.
Yeah, this part where they're shocking Penguin over and over again is a little obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about it. I need to see gameplay.
It's Rocksteady, right? And I think those are the Arkham people.
Yeah, so that should be good.
Yeah, there's just a lot of mystery with the game. Is how's it going to play? There's rumors it's a live service game like Avengers, which I hope is not true. Is it going to be 4 players out in the field, and then you can switch between them, or is it you're only going to play as one character kind of thing?
Yeah, that would be really... I feel like the way that they're playing up all the characters, you have to have like a team switching ability. Unless they design it sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where you only play as Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And then you can like team attack with people. Which... downloaded onto my PS4 randomly. I didn't download it, so I don't know where it came from, but I have it. So I'm going to be playing it soon because I have access
about that game.
I have also heard good things about that game. I've heard the soundtrack is pretty amazing. So I'm pretty stoked to check it out. I'm pretty excited.
Well, right on. The next thing they showed off was Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, looks good. Looks like a fun time.
Yeah, it's literally a fun time. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes in here. Over the top stuff.
You know, I've always thought James Gunn works better in the lower budget area of stuff.
Okay.
I think this will be a good time being a TV show and stuff. I'm excited. I'm pretty stoked.
Some great shots in the teaser trailer we got. I mean, the first thing, just John Cena hugging an eagle is so good.
Oh, it's the best. I love it. It's Peacemaker's going to be so much fun. I think it's just going to be a goofy time. And I'm really excited to see Vigilante in this one. I hope he isn't like a joke character that dies in like the first couple episodes. That would be a bummer. And I love that he's doing the challenge thing, just like he did with Bloodsport.
Yeah, it just screams James Gunn to me, which I'm like, okay, cool, man. I'm excited for it too. I want to see what's going to be going on in there.
I think the helmet design is slightly different in
Oh,
some of the
okay.
shots. Like it looks like it's a closer to the comic book kind of look. Because in the movie it was like there's a shot here in the trailer in the beginning when he's competing with Vigilante, he's got the helmet from the movie. But when you get
Right.
to it's 52 seconds, he's got one that's got a gap in the middle on top, so it
Hmm.
looks more like the comic book version, which
Oh,
is kind of
okay.
neat. So he's gonna have multiple helmets. Maybe he gets fed up with having it called a toilet bowl. I don't know.
Something.
Um,
Yeah. We got a sneak peek trailer for Stargirl for the next season that's coming out.
yeah, interesting development that I saw from one of the trailers where she disappeared. I thought that was kind of interesting, which makes me want to catch up on the show because I want to know what's happening.
Yeah, it looks like she meets some of the old Justice Society members or something wherever she gets sent to. It looks fun. It does still feel different from what we usually get with the CW.
Yeah, and I think it started somewhere else, right? Like the show started on a
It
different network.
it originally,
Oh, it was the DC app.
yeah, it was going to be a DC Universe show, and then right around the time it was going to premiere, no, it was premiering simultaneously on the app and on CW, and then the app got, they got rid of all the show stuff over there, so now it's just the CW show.
And then we just get little tidbits about Superman and Lois. They do like the little house tour. That's pretty cool. Didn't really listen to it,
Yeah, there's a
but
spoiler
it's
in
neat.
there, so just don't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like one of the first things the Lois Lane
Oh my
actress
god.
says. Yeah,
Wow.
because they're like, wow, that was a crazy season, huh? This happened, that happened, and I'm like, oh, okay.
You're like, oh my god. Okay. Just assuming everybody watched it.
Yeah,
And then we're getting the farewell to Supergirl segment.
yeah, final
Um,
season. It's just the cast hanging out. And then we got a teaser for Super Pets.
Kevin Hart as
Ace the Bat Hound.
as
Yeah,
eight as that's an odd choice.
it's odd, but I guess it makes sense because The Rock is crypto, and I
Yep.
think they play well off of each other, right? They did it in the Jumanji movies, Central Intelligence. Like those were the best parts. I think is that like just the dynamic that they have with each other.
Yeah, they're really funny together. So it's probably going to be a really good combination. I almost feel like the roles should have been reversed. Uh, like Kevin Hart should have been Crypto and
Yeah.
The Rock should have been Ace. I feel like that almost would have worked better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you never know. Like maybe it'll be hilarious regardless. Like maybe The Rock will be a really good, earnest kind of super dog character. Whereas Kevin Hart plays a little bit plays it a little bit looser or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a full on trailer in November.
I'm pretty stoked for it. It looks like a fun time.
Yeah,
And also I love Crypto the Super Dog. He's one of my favorite DC things just ever.
dude, I always watch the show.
The cartoon was great. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I think it's a great idea, personally, doing a Crypto the Super Dog show. It's hilarious. Like
Yeah,
I love it. I wish there were more voice actors in it because there's a lot of celebrities in this movie, including Keanu Reeves. I'm curious who he's going to be playing.
yeah. What was the Flash Cat's name?
Oh God, I don't
Is it like
remember.
Streak or something?
Yeah, something like that. Stripe.
Streaky the Super Cat.
Streaky the Super Cat. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Yeah,
that'd
have
be
Keanu
funny.
Reeves play that one. That would be great. Um, but yeah, looks good. I'm excited.
Yes.
Can't wait. Personally, I'm personally really stoked.
Yeah. Right after that, we got Doom Patrol coming in, showing off season 3.
Boy, howdy, do I need to catch up on this.
Yeah,
Yikes.
especially
I have no
because
idea
they
what's
announced.
happening.
Then they also announced season 4 is on the way as well.
Yeah, Doom Patrol's doing great. Makes me really happy because it looks so weird. It looks like the weirdest show on television. I'm hoping it doesn't get too weird like what happened to Legion, where it's like sort of not understandable to a point.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that Legends is trying to do as well.
Just get weird.
Yeah, because
Oh, there's a
they get pretty
Muppet
weird.
episode.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, that happens in Legends as well.
Oh boy, of course. Yeah, well, I mean, you're making a weird show. You got to make it like Angel, right? Like,
Hmm.
You got to make it just like that. So there's a puppet episode in Angel. There's an episode where he's turned into like a dog, and there's an episode where none of them can talk or whatever.
I think this one's doing it right though, because it's just that much over the top. Like that's the main focus of the show. Cool. So yeah, okay. So there's only 4 episodes left when it premiered, or when DC Fandom happened for season 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they announced.
So season 4 getting announced makes sense.
Then we get the Flash, man.
Yes.
Oh man.
With Ezra Miller and his weird choker, but it's whatever.
Yeah, a little weird there.
A little bit. And I love his really awkward, like, behind me, you see the Batcave. And I'm like, he like really awkwardly motions over to it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And
then boom, we just get a trailer.
Right after he says he's not allowed to show us one. I'm like, oh, okay. They're just doing it anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really, really good trailer.
Yeah, really great trailer. Wonderful tease. I love that it confirms that there's 2 of him walking around.
Just not. I love that they just confirm.
You're just like, yeah, there's gonna be 2 Flashes. They show that it's just that's straight up just the '89 Batman manor. It's the same mansion. I love it. Like the outside looks perfect. The interior looks perfect. I was just like, oh, they nailed it. They got it. Like that's pretty cool. Yes. And the part where Barry flips the giant lever is very similar to how they do it in the original movie. I think the Flash suit looks all right. I think I need to see more of it. I think
it's very CG, and they haven't finished working on it yet in that shot.
Yeah.
Like this is just something that they had to get out quick for the Fandome.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think we're going to see a few different costumes for Barry in this movie. I don't know. I think we might see a few. I'd love to see him in the original one for at least a part of this, and then have him transition into a newer outfit.
You know, the big hype Red Death tease turns out to just be the other Barry wearing a bat suit, just spray painting it to be the Flash suit.
Yeah, but who knows what that could mean? Because we also see a bloody bat mask on the ground at one point.
Yes, we do.
So we don't know if this Barry's good or bad. We're not sure yet. I think there could be some hoodwinky stuff going on with this other Barry. But Supergirl's back there in the background, and that's cool. So she's just obviously she came along for like the ride with the 2 Barrys. So maybe she's like the first one they grab. Like maybe it's Barry to Barry, and then they both go and grab Supergirl from a different timeline, and maybe they end up meeting up with Michael Keaton Batman.
Well, as we see, Flashpoint is going to be a thing for this in a point, because he does go back, and I'm assuming that's his mom, Nora, in that earlier shot, right? So I wonder.
I can only imagine, that's where he's going back.
I wonder how different of a take it's going to be. And I'm for a different take, this quote unquote Flashpoint thing that's happening.
I don't mind it. It's cool. I mean, especially if they're trying to keep it within the realm of the main timeline of the DC EU in any way. There is a certain amount of stuff that's already happened, so it makes sense that they'd be able to pull off this level of a Flashpoint already, because they've accelerated some other stuff in the mythos and things. So, and it is different than the comic books. It'll always be different.
And even that shot of, I'm assuming it's Michael Keaton walking into the
in the suit.
Yeah, in the suit. That was a great shot.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm pretty stoked for it.
Yeah, looking great. So, we got some stuff for the Injustice movie. It's already out. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either. I've heard some people are really disappointed with it because it doesn't touch everything in the game. The game probably has a story that's longer than 12 hours, or at least 6 hours, which obviously they're not going to be able to fit all of that stuff into a movie, so they're going to have to drop some stuff. I have no idea what gets dropped. I don't know. But either way, I'm still kind of stoked to see it.
So far, I haven't really been disappointed with an animated DC movie.
They've all been, like, either good or great. Some of them are just passable. I think the only one I really haven't liked was Batman and Harley Quinn. That one's just...
Oh, yeah, that's the one I haven't seen.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Mm-hmm. It's really weird.
Yeah, it was cool that freaking Jeff Keighley was there. That was such a weird thing.
Yeah, that's really odd. He's like, that's him.
He's like, oh, there's an event? Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, I guess if they need a host, like Jeff Keighley's a good person to hit up.
Yeah, and I mean, he is friends with Ed Boon, right? And he's there to talk about this movie. And just the Hartley's there as Superman. That was cool.
Yeah, that's I love it. That's a good casting choice. It's just crazy that he went from Aquaman to Green Arrow to Superman. Did you know that he was the original Aquaman?
Yeah, was he the one that did the pilot for the show?
Yeah, he's in the pilot for the show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not a good pilot. It's a bad pilot. Don't watch it. It's not worth
Yeah,
it.
I remember seeing like a bootleg DVD of it at a con one year.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I didn't know much about the production for the movie. I didn't know like Ed Boon was involved with it too. So that has a little more faith for me of like I'm sure it'll be a good one.
Yeah, that should be a good time. Having the guy involved in the game creation in it is going to be a
Mm-hmm. And
pretty
also
good way
like
to
he
do
was
it.
involved with the comics at a point as well. They brought in Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum to talk about the 20th anniversary of Smallville, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Oh my goodness, it's nuts.
Yeah. To my surprise, they didn't announce or show anything of what they're working on. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, because there's that Smallville thing they're doing, right?
Yeah, it's like an animated Smallville thing.
Which I'm pretty stoked for. I'm obviously certain characters aren't gonna come back because of things that have happened. Yeah, Chloe, we're not gonna see Chloe. Highly doubt we're gonna see her in any shape or form.
Then we got the directors and the main actor for Blue Beetle.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're talking about the comics and what they want to do with this movie, and then we got some concept art of the suit, which looks pretty good. It looks just like the one from Injustice.
Yeah, it's accurate. I love it. I'm just like DC's just doing it. They're like, nah, we'll just make all our comic book suits accurate but awesome.
Yeah, so they haven't even started production on that yet, so it's gonna be a good while before we see that.
Probably a year before we have an update on it at all, or until at least we see footage.
And then the next big thing we got was Gotham Knights. We got like a full-on CG trailer for this, and they're tackling the Court of Owls.
Yeah, which is odd to do without Batman.
Yeah, because he's dead in this game.
I can't say they picked all of my favorite looks for these characters.
Yeah, some of the suits look a little
Yeah,
video game-esque, I
boy, the
guess.
Court of Owls sure remind me of Squid Game.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm not feeling
Yep.
Robin's suit too much.
Oh, Damien's.
Yeah, it's like just the way it hangs over his pants. I guess it looks more like a jacket
I think that's what they're going for with him. Oh, so this isn't based in the Arkham universe,
because it's a weird thing. I think Gotham Knights is being made by the Arkham people.
but it's not based in the universe.
No, it's actually the Suicide Squad game that's based in the Arkham universe.
That seems like an odd choice. We're gonna do Court of Owls, but we're gonna do it without Batman. Because who likes using Batman?
And it looks like Penguin's going to be playing some sort of role in this game as well.
That's what keyed me into it not being Arkham based. Because he doesn't have the glass bottle in his face. He can actually take off his doodad.
There's some behind the scenes stuff, which I mean, it kind of looks like it could be gameplay, but it's very slow mo and different camera angles, and it's like, yeah, it's just a show off, just like some basic moves.
This is another game where I gotta wait for a full gameplay trailer to pop up because I gotta know how it plays before I get real into it.
After that was Batwoman. We're not talking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I watched the trailer and it was pretty bad.
We're getting a Catwoman movie.
Yeah, surprise.
Looks all right.
It's like anime style. I should say what American animation studios try to make look anime.
It's like Castlevania.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, reminds me of that.
Yeah, it's called Catwoman Hunted.
Yeah, looks all right.
Yeah, it looks like a fun time. Batwoman's going to be in this. Then they announced some other stuff we didn't get trailers for, but Constantine's getting another animated movie called House of Mystery.
Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, and of course they're bringing back Matt Ryan to voice him.
Awesome. I'm glad he's on tap. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, because he does a great job as Constantine. And then Teen Titans Go is getting another movie. It's Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls crossover, which is,
okay.
I guess, very Teen Titans Go, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm just like, oh, that's the DC girl show, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's a very kid show from what I understand.
Teen Titans Go crossing over with it doesn't really bode
I don't think
too
it
well.
helps Teen Titans Go. I think it helps the DC Superhero Girls show. Right?
Yeah. But, I think the Teen Titans Go to the movie is great.
That's what I always hear. Yeah,
I personally think the movie itself is awesome. It's really tongue in cheek. It's wonderful. It totally pays homage to a lot of old DC references and stuff. I think that movie's really wonderful, and it's got a really good sense of nostalgia that's not like bitter in any way. Like it's very lighthearted, and they make some jokes that are a little bit more adult, which is it's very Looney Tunes-esque in a lot of ways.
Yeah. The
Also,
only scene I've seen is Robin pushing Bruce Wayne's parents in the alley.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's towards the end of the movie
Oh,
that
okay.
happens, but it's a great moment. Uh, yeah, it's awesome. I highly recommend Teen Titans go to the movies. I think it's a great time. I don't really like the show at all, but the movie itself is great.
Green Lantern, another animated movie coming in. Beware My Power.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm super into it. Is this was it a different character than Hal in this one that we're focusing on?
Yeah, I think the host says it here. Let's see. They just announced the names.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but the
I
next
was
movie,
curious if it was going to be a Jon Stewart one, but
yeah, I wonder because I mean, the last. I know there was like a few movies they did not that long ago where there was like a bunch of different main lanterns taken over, right, or something like that.
yeah. Oh, they have like a whole Titan segment in here.
Yeah, well, the next animated movie was called Battle of the Super Sons, which is going to be interesting. Oh, and it's CG. Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Uh, Harley Quinn show.
Yeah, Batman Long Halloween's coming out.
Yes, Long Halloween's coming out, and then we're getting a new Batman series
Yes,
from
Batman
J.J.
Caped
Abrams.
Crusader.
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced this a while back. I think it was the beginning of the year.
Supposedly it's supposed to be more Batman the Animated Universe animated series than Batman the Animated Series was to begin with, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, Bruce Timm made a Batman movie that was a continuation of Batman the Animated Series, and it wasn't very good. It's called Batman and Harley Quinn. He made that.
Oh, is that's the animated universe or the animated
Yeah,
series? Oh,
that movie takes place in the animated universe. Like,
oh,
it's
okay.
really weird. All it does is look like it. It doesn't feel like the Batman animated universe at all. So I don't know.
Hmm,
We'll see
okay.
what the Caped Crusader turns into.
I think it I
Uh,
think it looks good from what they showed off.
hmm
That looks pretty good. I had a laugh because I forgot this was a thing. But the CG cartoon Bat Wheels, they showed off that thing.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I forgot they even announced that. But yeah, it's just the Batman universe, but they're cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Man, the Teen Titans Go to the movie was so accurate. Like, because that's literally one of the movies they have as a trailer. Like, there's a bit where like Robin is like watching trailers before a DC movie, and it's every Batman character and object before Robin. Like they're like an Alfred movie, a Batcave movie, a Batmobile movie, a movie about the Batarang, and it's like they keep like nothing about Robin. It's really funny, and that's all Robin wants. He just wants his own movie.
That's
That's
funny.
it. That's
Yeah.
like the whole basis of that film is that Robin just wants his own movie that's a solo Robin movie.
And we got this wholesome announcement for Titan season 4 with the Robin actor. Just he's out camping with his family, I guess, and he has his son in the back trying to announce season 4. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, it was pretty wholesome. And then we got to look at I guess the finale for season 3.
Pretty intense finale, by the way. I've seen some bits of it, and it's pretty intense. There's some people who don't make it out. It's
Oof.
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's some deaths in there, right?
Red
Throughout the whole
Red Hood
show.
wrecks Red Hood wrecks some stuff up, man. They did it pretty good justice, I gotta say. Looks pretty good.
And then yeah, I've got the Harley Quinn thing, which looks like I mean, it could be reused assets or something, but yeah, it's just King Shark and Harley Quinn announcing season 3, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. And then we got the Young Justice new season. Young
Yes,
Justice Phantoms, which I don't really want to watch too much of the trailer for because I am so.
just lost.
That's yet another DC show that I have to start from the beginning again and rewatch because I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, that was a long time ago when that came out.
Okay, I don't know what this whole segment's about.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for this season. I'm gonna have to find some time to get in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I always like seeing the Young Justice and Teen Titans characters.
Hmm.
They were one of the only books I was really subscribed to on a monthly basis, so I'd get them in the mail every month, and
Oh, cool.
For a long time, they were a good run, but then they got a couple different writers, and they weren't as good anymore. But I've always liked Teen Titans. I always thought their whole dynamic and their villains were really cool.
The next big thing that we can talk about was Flash, or not Flash, excuse me, Shazam.
Yeah, my boy Shazam, Shazam 2. Oh, everything they showed, I was just like, oh my god. And then like them explaining the villains and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm super down.
Yeah, super exciting, man.
I'm digging Helen Mirren and the other lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're looking pretty good.
See, they talked about going to Athens and all that, right? And they're dealing with gods.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I'm like, man, is Wonder Woman showing up? I think that'd be pretty cool, man.
I think the silver bits on the suits look a lot better in this trailer. I think in motion the suits look really good. But yeah, all the different things they're showing off. I love the look of the layer now. How it's just covered in like random stuff.
Random
They've
stuff.
they've all collected. It's great. Like if the wizard showed up, like he would be like, "What have you done to the Rock of Eternity? What have you done?" And I guess he is gonna show up. I'm curious how that's gonna work out because he's in the trailer.
I wonder if it's gonna be like some like flashback stuff
maybe
to set up the introduction of these Greek gods and stuff coming in.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Either way, this looks pretty dang good. Whew, 2023 though, it's so far away.
I know. It's the only bummer about it.
Man. But yeah, all the suits look good. I like the premise of them having to fight actual gods.
Then they talked a bunch of Wonder Woman stuff. I guess Patty Jenkins confirmed they're working on 3, which I thought we already got confirmation for. But
yeah, I thought we were good on that, but I guess not. Oh well. But yeah, the reason they're talking about Wonder Woman so much is because this is the 80th anniversary of Wonder Woman this year. She's been around for 80 years.
Crazy, man.
Is that longer than most of Marvel comics? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, it's like World War II era, right? That's
I guess other than like Captain America. Man, they really need to show up some of her better villains though. Like Cheetah's not a great one to have in there.
Yeah.
She needs some better bad guys.
Yeah, it's cool they got Patty Jenkins or not Patty Jenkins. They got Linda Carter to come back in.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That's still one of my favorite parts of that movie. I don't think Wonder Woman 84 is as bad as everybody says. I like it. I dig it. I thought it was a fun time. I'm gonna be one of those people that defends it. I can understand why it's not as good. I get it. But
if
I think
you tweak it, I think I would like it more.
But you know what? I think it's fun anyway. I think it's a fun time. I don't think you're supposed to think about it that much because it's supposed to be a Superman 1978-esque movie. And that's what Patty Jenkins said, and that's what she's going for. And I think she nails it in that respect, where it's a little bit more simple. The stuff where it's just like, magic space rock or something lets you grant wishes. Yeah. It just goes into them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I
don't think it should have been 2.5 hours, though.
That I can agree with. I could agree that it could use some cutting down. There's a lot you could take out and still have it work. But I mean, just like the part where like the giant wall appears in like Arabia or whatever, like that, or in Egypt, like that's great. That's so comic booky. I love it.
Oh yeah.
It's very Silver Age. Just like that would be like a splash cover of like, how will Wonder Woman take down the wall? Like, you know, like that kind of a deal. It would be awesome. So pretty good time.
And then they talked about Sweet Tooth, that Netflix show that's produced by RDJ. We're getting a season 2 for that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I have no opinion.
I haven't watched it. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know.
It looks a little weird.
Don't know if I'm into it. This doesn't feel like it's up my alley. But if you watched it, let us know what it's like.
Mm-hmm. And then, to my surprise, as we're getting towards the end here, we're getting a season 3 for Pennyworth.
Yeah, I kind of want to check it out. Everything I've seen of it is pretty interesting. I can't lie. I think it's pretty neat looking. Just as like a little spy thriller show involving Alfred and Thomas Wayne. I think it's kind of cool.
I didn't even know season 2 was out.
Neither did I.
The only thing I heard about this show was it coming out with season 1.
Yep, and I didn't hear anything about it after that.
I think was it a DC Universe show?
It's on some weird network. It's on like Showtime or something. I don't think it's on HBO Max directly.
It's on Epix.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. But it is on HBO as well.
Yeah, pretty strange.
Season 2 ended in April this year. Yeah, I thought the trailer was fine that we got.
Looks good. It looks like the same fare of the first couple seasons, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of it, like I said, but I want to. Another one of those shows that I would like to get into.
And then to end the DC Fandome, The Batman.
Oh, the Batman. It looks it. I'm unbelievably excited.
Yeah.
It looks great. Like holy moly. Um, I love everything about it. They make Catwoman look a lot cooler in this trailer.
Hmm.
Um, I love his suit. I love just the way that it's shot. I saw somebody make a point that this is shot in a way and edited in a way to make Batman look like the bad guy, to make him look like the villain of the film. Um, and it works. It works really well on that level because he's supposed to be scary, and he looks scary, and he acts really scary.
Yeah, it was great. And I almost forgot. Andy Serkis was going to be Alfred too.
Yeah, he looks great as Alfred. I think he looks perfect. I was like, well, yep, they nailed it. They got Alfred right, and he
Hmm.
gets to have facial hair.
Yeah.
It's an Alfred with facial hair. They finally did it. Oh, it made me so happy.
Good.
Um,
Yeah.
it's not the full mustache like I was hoping for, but I still dig it. I really love the look of Gotham, like
Hmm.
from the
Yeah,
trailer.
like
Like I
how
love.
stylized it is.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's like a really cool blend of like the grittiness of Nolan, but like the colorfulness of Schumacher in a
Mm.
weird way. Like it's a very interesting visual style on the movie. And I like that it's going to be like maybe Riddler gets captured right at the beginning, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of Bruce Wayne following clues all around the city.
Yeah, that's
Like
cool.
something's already in motion. And I've also seen a lot of things about like this might be leading into a Court of Owls sequel, um,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of neat because there's a scene where like Bruce is in the middle of the room and he's got like all these things written around him, right?
Right.
Like on the
Yeah.
ground. Like he's trying to figure out like this big plan, this big mystery. Yeah, it's the part where it's like, no more lies, Coulson, the sins of my father, Savage, renewal is a lie, and Mitchell. And I don't know how any of those things matter. I have no clue.
Hmm.
But maybe they have something to do with the Court of Owls. I don't know. Big conspiracy stuff is a part of their whole deal.
Yeah, that'd
So
be interesting to get Robert Pattinson's Batman to tackle them.
yeah, and I think it's a good idea because it's something that they haven't really done in any of the modern stuff yet. So
Yeah, I mean, Court of Owls really is only the comic, the movie, and then now with the Gotham Knights. But yeah.
yeah, so I think it makes sense to do that. It follows for me. It tracks. God, I love the scene where he's just bashing through stuff with the Batmobile,
Hmm.
uh, and he's just chasing after Penguin like super heavy.
Man, the shot of just him walking while those guys are just shooting him is so good.
Oh man, it's so great.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great movie, man. March 2022. It can't come soon enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Everyone else has said it, but whoever did the makeup design for Colin Farrell has to
Amazing.
win the Oscar. They gotta win it. Like,
Yeah.
because it looks nothing like him. It looks like the Penguin. It doesn't look like Colin Farrell at all. The makeup's amazing.
Even when you hear him in the trailer, it's like, oh yeah, he's throwing on like this accent for penguins. It's like you really can't tell it's him.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's great. Wonderful. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And with that, that pretty much wrapped up the DC Fandome.
For anybody out there looking to recreate the Riddler costume, they have the trench coat on Amazon for like $12, and you can get the mask he wears on eBay for like $12 as well.
Nice.
It's a military grade snow mask, I think is what it's called.
Mm.
And it looks just like the one in the movie. So like super Riddler's gonna be like the budget costume of next year. Like if people do it, like he'll be really easy to pull off.
Nice. Yeah, really smart for them to start with Black Adam. You get Flash in the middle. You end it with Batman.
Yeah, and a little bit of Shazam sprinkled in there. And even though there weren't trailers of everything, they at least showed stuff. Like they showed footage. They showed him shooting things with like on sets, and they showed all the actors. And I'm just like, it's just a superior way to advertise your films.
Yeah, I think so too, right? Because you can kind of feel I guess you would say, passion behind these films by looking at that
Yeah,
kind of stuff, right? Rather than just looking at what Marvel does.
yeah. The Marvel stuff is so passionless and empty. Um, and it makes me sad because I
Yeah.
remember a time when Marvel was more in this realm of advertisement for their films, and they really hyped them up, and they did a great job of doing it. I don't know. I remember like the days of Loki showing up on a stage at a convention.
Yeah.
um,
I mean, and I guess it's cool that on Disney Plus they put the behind the scenes stuff after.
yeah,
But if you could have that to help promote your stuff, I think that would be good too.
yeah. See, that almost feels like a better way to hype your movies is release those specials, like spoilerless. Like do a spoilerless version where there's not a lot told about it, but release like a 15-minute advertisement on Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
and then what else does that do? That inspires people to go look at Disney Plus because you want to see a little bit of the movie before it's out. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna subscribe, so that way you can watch it. But otherwise, this was an absolutely stellar event. I loved it. I'm hyped for everything coming. I'm so stoked. DC has never looked greater. I'm a little bummed we didn't get to hear anything about the Green Lantern show, which makes me wonder about the status of it a little bit.
Yeah, that kind of sucks too, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if it's still happening.
Yeah, but super hype, man. I really hope that DC can just keep pushing this out every year. I think
Yeah,
that's like the right move for them.
This is great. Like DC Fandome is such a good way to advertise everything. It reminds me of all the Nintendo Directs and stuff. Like it's a good advertisement model.
Yeah, like I thought it was just gonna be an hour long thing, but no, it was almost 4 hours.
Yeah, and it's just a huge like celebration of DC comics and everything, and I don't know, it makes me feel really appreciated as a fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And with that, I think we can go ahead and wrap up here. Next time we come back, we'll be for Eternals.
Yep. We'll do a full discussion.
And any other stuff that goes on too. Maybe we'll watch Injustice or something.
I'll have more to Superman and Lois. Go watch it.
That too, yeah.
Go watch that so we can talk about it because I love it. I have so much to say. Oh, that would be a great tandem episode. Eternals and Superman and Lois. That would be a really fun one.
Nice. Yeah.
But that's if you finish it before that.
Yeah, I'll see what I got going on this week.
Otherwise, we'll just focus on Eternals. I'm sure there's going to be another Spider-Man trailer on the horizon, so maybe we'll do a little talk about that when it pops up. Because I'd imagine it's probably coming soon.
You guys don't get trailers on for premieres, or?
No trailers at the premieres, no.
Okay, so, because then I'm willing to bet it's going to be for Eternals then.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
All right, on, man. While we wait for that episode to come out, and Jake, where can we see more of your stuff at, man?
You guys can find me anywhere on the internet at Corruption Cosplay with K's. Obviously, I just posted all of the stuff about the new Eternals premiere, so you can check out all of my coverage of it over there on my profile on Instagram. Took a ton of pictures, took some friends, we had a great time, and just go live vicariously through me on my page. Go see all those stars that we got photos with. It was a great time, and I have more costumes on the way on the horizon. Constantly working on stuff, so keep an update. And Danny, where can we find you?
Yeah, man, you can find me at Negator7 anywhere you go. Mainly doing manga edits these days on Instagram, and just streaming a bunch of random stuff over on Twitch. Nice, man. Marvel Talk Cast on Instagram. Keep you updated when episodes drop and all that good stuff. And then Marvel Talk Podcast at gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, we'd love to talk about it on future episodes. So that'll wrap us up, guys. Thank you for listening. And as always, until next time.
Eternals assemble.